forgetting my own intro. This shit don't make no goddamn sense. My love, my love. In the love of a woman that can take your spot, my love. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Shades of Sasha. If you're new, take a seat, put your crown on, and welcome to the gang. And if you're ready for the gang, you already know what time it is. What's good, baby? So today's video is all about this hair. So since you're here, just keep. So the unit arrived in this plain white box, and it had the logo of the company's name on it, and then it had a pair of lashes. It came with some tweezers, it came with a wig cap, and then it came with the wig in this bag. If you're not new to my channel, you know the first steps of what I do. I always go through the unboxing of showing you what was inside of the packaging, how the hair unit looks fresh out of the box, and then I go into the installation and styling of the unit, and then I go into my review. I will add tabs so that you can skip through whatever it is that you want to, but this is the process that I usually do. So whenever I get a unit, the first thing that I do is I try the unit on. Before you do any manipulations to a wig, I can't stress this enough. Take the time to try it on to even see if it's going to work, because if something's not gonna look right on you, you're not feeling it, at least before you make any big changes, you could just wrap that bad boy up and send it back because you know you did not like it. But trying it on, I already saw, I'm like, okay, this fits so perfectly. The way how the frontal laid on my head, if you have the same head size and shape as mine, it's going to fit like a glove. Like it was just so perfect. It literally gave, I think the next day, like, I went out wearing the wig because I actually took it off the night before. I went out wearing the wig the next day, and I honestly did not need to glue it down to anything. It just gave that seamless frontal, like, what lace. So I'm gonna just cut the back tab off because it's just unnecessary, and then I'm gonna go in with my contour and sculpting powder. If you are a melanated babe like myself and you really love a deep contour, I would definitely say this is a product that I opt for. I always use it on my lace, and I always use it on my contours because it's just A1. It costs a pretty penny, but it's really good. So I'm just gonna put the unit back on. I'm gonna make sure that I fit everything and it's snugged in the back. And then I really try to stay away from glue when I'm using or doing any type of install. I really just don't like glue on my forehead. I don't like it on my head. Like, I just cannot get with the wave like how everybody does. However, this product right here, it is a gold mine. It will have your wigs melted and laid like it's nobody's business. So I'm just gonna put that on, and then I'm going to spray some again on my unit. Whenever I am installing the unit, I always try to cut my lace into like 4 little sections so that I can cut a little bit at a time. A little does go a long way, and I can't stress that enough. It's better to take your time while you're installing your unit so that you don't make any mistake. You don't want to cut the lace when you didn't intend to or cause a rip or whatever the case may be. So I always just try to take my time, and I always stress to tell people that patience is a virtue, okay? So after I do this, I'm just going to take my time while cutting everything off, and then the ear tabs are the parts that I usually leave for the last part because it just gets messy and finicky when you're dealing with down there. So I never really spray there until the end when all of the tabs are cut off. So right here, since I cut it off, I'm actually going to spray and then place the tab down so that everything can lay as flat and seamlessly as possible. And did you see how it just flipped and just went right there without me doing anything? It was so perfect. So that's all I'm gonna do is just spray right there, and then I'm just gonna keep going and cut everything off until we get to this part. So whenever we get here, a trick that I've learned so far when installing my units to make everything lay even just as flat and just seamlessly as possible, you're gonna part a little bit of space in and take some hair out like you're about to leave baby hairs, and just spray in the center of that so that your unit can lay and hold down to create like a glueless, seamless install. And then you're just gonna tie everything up, and you're just gonna go on to the next process of styling it. So for the most part, when it comes to styling this unit,
It's very long, like the unit is super long on me. The color is like super beautiful, so I knew I didn't want to curl, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted the unit to stand out as it already did. So the first step of what I'm gonna do is just make a part. And the unit is 13 by 4, so you can part it pretty much anywhere you want. You can put it half up, half down, middle parts, side parts, whatever it is. So I decided that I actually wanted to do my unit in a side part because I felt like it would have just complimented me a little bit more if I would have did it in the middle part. So whenever I'm doing a side part of a unit, like I've said in previous of my videos, if I do a side part, I always curve up and around. I never do a side part and just go straight back. I feel like it's not really flattering to my face and bone structure. So I always kind of brush my hair over to the side to see what is the volume I'll be working with, and then I'm going to curve my part based off of that specific hump. I hope that makes sense. So right here you just saw me do that, and then now I'm gonna just curve the part around just to make sure everything is gonna lay as flat and seamlessly as possible. And then to just correct and make sure everything is just on point, all I'm gonna do is go in and use my flyweight tamer and my hot comb and just going through every single thing. I literally did not even flat iron this here. All I did was use the flyweight tamer, my hot comb, to press everything down and put some volume in my hair, and then I was just good to go. So if you probably use the same step, it's probably gonna do the same thing. But from now, this is all I had to do when it came to styling it. And like I said, the next day I put it on and it just fit like a glove. So I'm just gonna get into the review of this unit. So let's get into the specs of the unit, because y'all know I like to give the tea at the end after I walk you through the install. So she's a 13 by 4 lace frontal wig. She's straight. It does have color, like it has a little balayage highlight thing going on. It is 180% density. The length I have is 24 inches. So the cost of my specific unit would be $364.03. But if you started off with a 12-inch, it would be $152.89. So it is from Yolava Hair. This is the packaging of the box that it came in. So as y'all know I'm a sucker for good packaging. Y'all know I'm a sucker for good packaging. And the packaging is just so clean and pristine. And I just really, really love the simplicity of it. But then when you open it, it opens kind of like a shoebox. So that right there was just chef's kiss. With the unit itself, I didn't bleach the knots. This is what it looks like. I literally just put my press powder on it and I just went ahead and dabbed it in after I sprayed it down. And pretty much she's laid to the gods. Like, I was very impressed with that, because at first I was like, do I want to bleach knots right now? I actually don't. So I was like, let me just go ahead and put the press powder on and just put it to the test to really see how it's gonna look. It is laid the way I wanted to do, and I did not have to use any glue because I wanted to also do this install without using glue. And so it did fit really tight. This is the same spray that I always use, and I'm just tugging it just so y'all can kind of see. All right, Sasha, we ODing. So this is pretty much what she looks like. I didn't receive any tangling. It is a straight unit, so if you receive tangling with a straight unit, that will always be a red flag. So there is no tangling that I have received with this. There isn't shedding as well. Like, I'm running my hands through it and I'm not getting any. I wanted to do a side part instead of a middle part, because I feel like I also always have middle part units, so I just wanted to do something different. The only con I would say is that it does have flyaways. So if you notice in my installation, I did use my bedhead flyweight tamer, and I can always say if you have a unit that has a lot of flyaways, get this. if you don't even get this brand, get one that does the same thing. Always use a flyweight tamer, some water, and you can use a spray. So you can use this one, or you can use the Got To Be spray and some water and your hot comb, and you'll be fine. And it will just lay like it's nobody's business. But for the most part, that's all I have to say about the unit. I definitely am in love. I really love the way that it's laid. I will part it if I can find my comb, because y'all know anytime I'm doing something, I seem to never find the utensils I need. So if you were supposed to do a middle part, that is the part that you'll be working with. This is this side, and then obviously you can part the same on the other side. And then if you kind of wanted to do like the half up, half down thing, like this is what it would look like as well. Like you could do it. So yeah, this is it. I would definitely, one thing I want to say is, if you are the type of person that you like a hair that looks full but it isn't full, this would definitely be something that you would love, because it doesn't give the thickness of like some bundles that if you put like 5 bundles and a closure, it doesn't give that. Like it's not super full, but it's full. Like it's full as in naturally full, but not like overly full. I really hope that makes sense, because it made sense to me and I get it. So yeah, if you yeah, so if you are the type of person that, I got it, the perfect way to explain it. If you like your units when they're longer, like 24 inches to 30 inches, to be 250% density, this is not the unit for you. It's not going to give you 250% density type full. It is 180% density. So just keep that in mind, because I know that's something that some people do look for. And this is perfect for me, but it may not be perfect for somebody else. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting your girl. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day.